Welcome back to Books Like Fun. I'm Bo, and today we're going to do the I'm So Annoyed tag. The original creator of this tag is Books I'm Not Reading. I will link her channel down below. Question number 1, do publishers ever do things that you find annoying? Share an example. Yeah, a couple things. I hate when publishers change the name of a book for the American audience, like Harry Potter. Just trust your audience. We are smart enough to understand Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. We aren't stupid, at least I'm not. People who are stupid probably won't be reading anyway, so just trust your audience. I also hate when they put stickers on the front of books that cover up the title or the author's name. Usually that is probably more to do with who's selling the book than the publisher. Target, I'm looking at you, because Target tends to put the sticker covering up the title or the author. But I don't really mind those fake stickers that they put on the books. I've seen a lot of people be annoyed by those. Those don't usually cover up the title or the name of the author, so I don't really mind those. I also hate when the publishers change the cover of the book. Like if a movie comes out and then they come out with a movie version of the cover, I don't need the movie to influence how I see the characters. I just want the original cover. Or if the covers aren't the same throughout the entire series. One example that I have is my Mr. Mercedes series. Mr. Mercedes has, I think it's an umbrella with blood dripping. I'll put a picture of the thing. And then the other two books in that series, the covers are totally different styles. I don't know if there's a version of Mr. Mercedes in the style of the other two. If there is, I would love to find it. But they look so weird next to each other. They don't look like they're part of the same series. And I also hate when there aren't blurbs on the back of books. I want to know what the book is about. Sometimes the blurbs are in the front cover, which is fine, but when they don't have a blurb at all, that annoys me. I want to know what the book is about. I don't want to know what other famous people say about the book. So this is my example for that one. I know what Under the Dome is about because it's been out for a while, but there's no blurb anywhere. I want there to be a blurb. Question number 2. Have you ever been annoyed by a spoiler, even something as simple as someone else telling you there's a giant twist? I think that's gonna depend on the book. If it's a brand new book that just came out, then yeah, I don't want to see any spoilers. I don't want anyone to tell me that there's gonna be a big twist at the end or whatever. But if it's a book that's been out for a while, you can't expect people to not give spoilers for stuff that's been out for a long time. And when movies come out that are based on books, there's gonna be spoilers, which I kind of hate because movie trailers always spoil the entire plot. They put way too much information in those trailers. If anyone's listening who has any pull in those trailers, please stop putting so much information in the trailers. You're giving it all away. Question 3, have you ever been annoyed by what you discovered in a little free library, a book sale, or a used bookstore? Tell us what you found and why it was so annoying. I've never been to a little free library. There's one down the street from my house, but I haven't been there yet. Hopefully I will be able to check that out soon. So I'm gonna walk over there at some point and check out what's in there. But I have gone to library book sales a lot when I lived in Ohio. My hometown library had a book sale all the time. I think it was every month they had a book sale, and I went in there all the time and bought tons of books. I used to get a lot of young adult books from the library book sale to add to my classroom library when I worked in a brick and mortar school. Now I work online, so all my books are downstairs. I don't think I've ever been annoyed by something I've found at a library book sale or at like a Goodwill or used bookstore or something. Yeah, I'm not sure what I could be annoyed about. If people want to give their books away to Goodwill, that's up to them. I don't know why I'd be annoyed by that. Question 4, when it comes to short story collections, are you annoyed if there's a novella in the middle of the collection? I don't really care how long the short stories are in short story collections. I've read a few short story collections that had short stories by different authors who wrote the same genre. There's one, I think that was a lot of supernatural stuff, Kim Harrison and a lot of those authors. but I didn't really pay attention to how long the stories were, so I don't know that I ever read a short story collection that had a novella in the middle, but I don't think it would annoy me if I did. I've also read the short story collections for the Once Upon a Book Club boxes for the 12 Days of Book Clubmas, and I didn't notice how long those were. I'm sure some of those stories are longer than other stories in there. I don't care, so that doesn't annoy me. Question number 5, deckled edges, beautiful or annoying? I hate deckled edges with a fiery burning passion. I hate them. I hate them, I hate them. I like when the edge of the book is clean. It's easier to turn the pages when the edge of the book is clean. I don't understand why they do deckled edges. Some people love them, I'm sure, but I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me why do that. Question 6, other people's annotations in a used book or library book, annoying or are you okay with it? I think I'd be annoyed if the annotations were in a library book because that library book does not belong to you. It belongs to the library. Don't write in library books. But if someone writes in their own book and then gives that book away and I buy that, I can't be annoyed at that. That was somebody else's book. I write in my books sometimes, not all the time, but I've written in my books sometimes. But what did annoy me is someone else's annotations in college books. When I was in college, I always tried to buy new books because I didn't like other people's annotations in there. And I also didn't sell back most of my books. I have a whole bunch of anthologies up there from when I was in college because I'm an English teacher, so I had to take a lot of literature classes. Question number 7, if there is a series or collection of certain kinds of books, like an imprint, and changes are made, are you annoyed or okay with it? If yes, give us an example. I hate when they change series in the middle. Absolutely hate it. I think each book should look like they're part of the series. And if they want to make changes, they should wait until the series is over and then they should come out with a specialty collection or something. Don't change the design right in the middle of the series. Question 8, did the decisions of characters in a novel ever annoy you? Share the book and what decisions you found annoying. Yeah, I mean, there's been lots of books where the decisions of the characters annoyed me. I recently read The Do-Over, which was a Groundhog Day type book, and she made all kinds of decisions that I did not agree with. If you guys have seen Groundhog Day or Happy Death Day, you know that they don't know when that loop is going to end. So the decisions that they make could be permanent if that loop doesn't end. So absolutely there are times when I didn't agree with the decisions of that character. It annoyed me so much. Question number 9. Are you ever annoyed by how someone organizes their books? What do you find annoying? No, I don't think I am annoyed by how other people organize their books. However someone wants to organize their bookshelf is totally up to them. It has nothing to do with me. I don't understand when people put their books together by color, or if they have the pages sticking out so you can't see the title of the books. I don't understand those things, but it doesn't affect me because it's their bookshelf. So no, I don't get annoyed about it. I would be annoyed if someone tried to reorganize my bookshelf in one of those ways. That would annoy me. So I organize my books for the most part by author's last name downstairs up in my office. It's kind of wherever they fit. Unfortunately, I gotta reorganize the stuff in my office. And question number 10, share something bookish that you find annoying. I find it annoying that I don't know if I'm gonna have time to read all the books that I have. I have over 1,000 books in my bookshelves in my house. I don't know how many of them I haven't read yet, and I'm afraid to count. But I'm afraid that I won't have enough time in my life to read all the ones that I haven't read yet. I'm not gonna stop buying books, so there will always be books coming in and not having time to read them, unfortunately. So maybe I should make it a point to read more of the books that I already own, but I promise you I will still continue to buy books. Also, one other bookish thing that annoys me is when other people are annoyed or bothered by how other people consume books. Consume the book with your eyes, with your ears, with your fingers, doesn't matter. You're consuming the book. Who cares? I don't know why people are annoyed by that. Let people do whatever they want. I don't have anybody to tag in this because I'm still new to BookTube. So if you haven't done this tag yet, consider yourself tagged. And if you would like to see my review of the book Goodbye Earl, click that link on the screen right now. See you next time. Bye.